Hey, Paul. Are you not going to come home today for dinner? You haven't been home by this time for so long now. I made you dinner, but should I just leave it in the fridge like always?
Yeah, sorry, but you won't be seeing me tonight. Don't worry, you might catch me in the morning. You better have breakfast ready for me then.
Well, yeah. I just mentioned how I'll put your dinner aside for the morning. You can just heat it up in the microwave when you want to eat it after waking up. You said you're going to come back by the morning, but you're going to be back just when the sun is rising like always, right? 4 or 5 in the morning, I assume? I don't really want to wake up at that hour, so I'll leave you to eat your breakfast whenever you feel like it.
Wait, what are you talking about? You're my wife, aren't you? And yet you're not going to make me a freshly made breakfast? Come on now. We can't be getting lazy like that. You know who's paying the bills in the house. So, you better treat me right.
I don't think I've ever felt dependent on your income. You know that I work just as much as you. So, I don't know what you're trying to imply.
Hold on now. Come on, you can't be serious. You work at home, don't you? Why would you think we're on the same level at all? Look, just stop questioning what I'm telling you to do and make me breakfast when I come home. It better be warm.
You're out drinking again, aren't you?
And what's it to you? I get to use my money however I want. I earned it after all. Anyways, I have something I need to talk to you about. That's why I'm reaching out. So you better be ready for some talking.
Well, why don't you just come home and we can talk about it in person?
Nah. I mean, it puts less pressure on me and you after all. Besides, this beer isn't going to drink itself, you know.
So you're not even going to tell me when you're sober? You're not in your right mind anyways, are you?
Look, stop worrying about me and listen. I've decided right here and now that I'll be filing a divorce. So, good luck on your own.
What are you on about? Do you want to think about what you just said?
I don't need to think about anything. This has been in the back of my mind for months. So I'm glad I could finally get it off my chest. I was waiting for this for so long. Alright, well, I've got some drinks to take care of with the boys. I'll catch you later.
Wait, hold on. You can't just cut the conversation short like that. Listen, if you want to have this talk, we better do it in person when you're in a better mindset. Besides, if it's about a divorce, we both should have a say to go through with it or not.
I keep telling you that I am the one that runs this house. You just live off the money I earn through hard work. Why would you have a say in anything I do in my life choices? All you get to do is listen to what I have to say and follow through. You understand?
Seems like you're just as drunk as ever. Not that I'm surprised.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sobering up as we speak. These are my true desires, through and through. And if you were interested, seems like our daughter has no problems with it too.
Wait, what? You brought this up to Sally?
Yep. And it seems like she prefers Daddy over Mommy. Poor you. Ha ha. I mean, she is a middle schooler at this point. She has every right to decide on who she wants to be with. And unfortunately, it seems like that isn't you.
You're telling me Sally told you that she wanted to live with you? When did this happen? This sounds like a lie you just made up.
Believe whatever you want. But just note that she was embarrassed to be with a mom as old as you are. You're an old hag after all.
What did you just say?
Oh yeah, it's your birthday tomorrow, isn't it? What an awful way to start a day of celebration. Though I guess for me it'll be a joyful day. Haha. How old are you turning again? I can't even keep up.
I'll be 40. Why are you even asking at this point?
40? You're in your 40s? You're joking, right? Well, I suppose I did make the right choice in that case. I mean, it seems the clock was ticking for you until you became an old woman. Me and Sally are sick of dealing with an elder like you. I can't believe I was married to a 40-year-old. Yikes.
Paul, it's perfectly normal to be in your 40s when your daughter is 14. If anything, I might even be on the younger end of things compared to some parents.
Have you been keeping up? Look at the other moms in Sally's middle school. They're all so young. Gorgeous, too. You, on the other hand... Well, age hasn't really helped you out looks-wise, has it? And you were such a beautiful babe back in the day, weren't you? But look at you now. You're just a middle-aged hag I'd see anywhere in town.
Why do you feel the need to say things like that? I'm not going to magically get younger just because you're not attracted to me anymore.
I'm just telling you how it is. Just accept it. You're not attractive anymore. You're not fit to be my wife anymore.
All right, I see how it is. So both you and my own daughter viewed me that way. Is that what you're implying?
Get with the program. I'm saying you've been replaced.
You what?
Yup. She's 23 and a gorgeous woman. Not to mention, Sally seems to really get along with her too. So you're out of the question. You've been thrown out like yesterday's garbage.
You've been cheating on me all this time?
When did I ever imply that? I've done nothing with this new girl. I can assure you that much. All I said was that we should get married once I was done with you. I'm not as scummy as to juggle two women at once. Get this, too. This girl is the daughter of a super big-time CEO. I'll even get a new job up at her dad's place. Talk about pulling the winning lottery. You'd be an idiot if you were in my shoes and didn't go through with the divorce. Which sane person would stay with you after an offer that great?
I genuinely don't care about your well-being or whatever at this point. But doesn't that seem a little sketchy? Look, just don't come crying to me begging to get back together when things go south.
Come on now. There's no need to be such a sore loser. This is all your fault anyways. I know ladies that age like fine wine, but you don't put in the effort for your own beauty and you just lost everything because of it.
Well, I won't be responsible for anything that happens to you. You got that? I do not want to hear from you ever again asking for my help. Because you know what my answer will be. Now, let me ask you this again. Are you sure you want to go through with this? You won't regret it at all?
Why would I? Why would I choose a 40-year-old hag like you over a cute girl in her 20s? Sally is fine with it too. So, as a proud father, I need to do what my daughter wants in life, right? So that's that. It's time for you to get out of my life.
Whatever. I won't be seeing you.
And that's done. Oh, but make sure you leave me some breakfast, yeah? I might get you to sign the divorce papers when I come home, actually. Hi, Julia. I'm really sorry for contacting you so late in the night. I don't know if you remember, but I'm Tony, one of Paul's coworkers.
Oh, right. I remember you, Tony. Is there something I can help you out with? Sorry, I'm not really in the right mindset at the moment.
I don't blame you. I suppose the first thing I should mention is that I was out drinking with Paul, and it seems like he lashed out at you after drinking a few too many drinks.
It's whatever. I knew he wasn't a great person from the start.
I'm so sorry. I tried to stop him and talk him out of it, but he just wouldn't. I mean, I know how kind of a woman you are, and I know Paul is going to regret it afterwards.
Well, thank you. I'm glad at least someone knows how to treat others with respect. Was that all you wanted to say? I really appreciate the message, but I think I need some time for myself.
Sorry, I won't keep you for too long. But I'm sure you're aware now, but Paul has someone he is planning on getting married to. Some girl in her 20s called Jennifer or something.
Right. And my daughter seems completely fine with her being her new mother, it seems. She is the daughter of some rich CEO or something, right? Paul was so over the moon about it that it was genuinely pathetic.
Right. But after doing a bit of my own investigation, it seems like there is much more to the story than I originally thought.
What do you mean?
Well, for starters, this Jennifer chick seems to only be in it to play around with Paul. She's most likely just using him for his money or something. But of course, he thought that there was much more to it than that, and is now fully believing that they're going to get married in the future. I've warned him over and over that she's just using him, but of course, he's too arrogant about the whole situation to even listen.
He was going on and on about moving in with her and getting a job at her father's work, which would set him up for life or something. He seemed to be pretty confident it was happening, too. I know he's pathetic, but even he's smart enough to not blatantly believe someone without evidence.
Well, that's why I'm somewhat concerned about the whole thing. Why would a young, pretty girl suddenly be okay with marrying a man like that? There has to be a catch somewhere.
A catch, you say?
Well, the story of Jennifer being the daughter of some CEO is suspicious already. I mean, I have my doubts. I was with Paul when he met her for the first time. We were out drinking at a pub where she just so happened to approach him out of the blue. Even then I was suspicious. But I don't see the benefits of a young woman like her taking on a man in his 30s and his 14-year-old daughter.
So that's how they met. Though I suppose if an attractive woman approached him, I could see that idiot falling for it.
I obviously can't say anything for sure, but I'm sure even you know that Paul earns a pretty solid income. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if she's just a gold digger that's pretending that she has a rich father to reel him in.
Right. I get you. And why are you telling me all of this, by the way?
Well, he's trying to get your daughter Sally involved too. I don't even know when he brought her along to meet up with Jennifer, but he's not listening to anything I say. So I thought I'd mention it to you in a last-ditch effort to fix everything up. But it's ultimately your choice if you want to go through with it all. I mean, he did say all of those things to you after all.
Look, I'm glad that you told me about some of those details about this situation, but I genuinely could not care what happens to him after being verbally abused like that. If things get rough with his situation, I'll legally claim my daughter and make her live with me. For now, though, I'll just see what happens. But again, I appreciate your time for trying to handle all of this to the best of your ability.
Don't mention it. I just wanted to give you the heads up. I've known Paul for a while, so I do want him to succeed in his personal life. But he absolutely went too far this time around. Just don't let any of the words he says to you get to your head going forward. I can't do much to help, but if you need someone to investigate what Paul's up to, then please let me know.
Right. I might take you up on that offer at some point. Thanks.
Hey, Julia, it's me. I hope you've been well. It's been too long.
To think I'd get an annoying message from you. What do you want? I thought you weren't ever going to contact me again.
Well, yeah, I did say that, I suppose, but... See, some issues have come up, and I thought I'd get in touch.
Let me guess. The girl you were seeing ran off with all of your money one morning. How did you not expect this to happen?
Wait, how did you find out?
Because the whole thing was laughably predictable. And of course you got fooled by it just like that. This is what you get for trusting a girl that's much younger than you that's that gorgeous. Why would a girl like that want to get with you anyways?
No, you don't get it at all. She's crazy. I need help. Everything she said from the very beginning was a blatant lie. She doesn't have some rich father. She doesn't even have a house to her name. And by the time I realized it, she had run off with my bank details. She has all of my money.
And what happened to Sally? Is she okay?
Well, yeah, she's at my parents' house for the time being.
Oh, good. I don't care about you, but I'm glad she seems to be in a safe place. So I'm assuming your parents know about all of this that happened?
No, I haven't told them a thing. I didn't even tell them that I broke up with you, to be honest. You know how my parents are. They're always so backwards and old-fashioned.
Do you really think that's the biggest problem you have to worry about right now? Obviously, they were going to find out at one point.
I know. But listen, I was dealing with the whole situation with Jennifer that I didn't have anything else in my mind. And I thought about all that had happened, and I know I need to apologize for everything I did to you.
About time, huh? But you're probably just apologizing to me because you got scammed by that woman and you have nowhere to go. Is that about right?
No, it's nothing like that. Even if I was going to go through with the whole marriage with Jennifer, looking back, I would have canceled that and gone back to you. This is truly how I feel. I need you back in my life.
Why would I believe a single word that you say, huh? Do you not feel shame at all? You're absolutely pathetic, Paul. No matter what you tell me, I will not be helping you out in any way. I warned you.
Wait, just wait a second, all right? I seriously just want to sit down and talk everything over with you. That's all. There's nothing I can do right now. I don't even have enough money to pay off the bills in this house. Please, you gotta help me out.
Well, why don't you move out and back into your parents' place then? Why should I have to deal with your problems all of a sudden?
Why? Because I helped you out for over 10 years with all of the bills. How is that fair that you suddenly don't have it in you to help me out?
Sure, but you were the one that kicked me out of that house in the first place without any hesitation. I'm already living by myself in a house of my own now, so I'm not dependent on you anymore. And I was never dependent on your income back when we lived together either. So deal with it yourself. If you have a full-time job, you could probably recover somehow, right? I mean, this is your responsibility that you ended up in this mess.
Well, sure. But I haven't told you one thing.
You were so excited about getting a new job at Jennifer's dad's place that you just quit your job? That's what happened, right?
She promised me. She used me like that just to toss me away. I was going to have a steady income coming in after getting into her dad's company. That was the plan. I even talked to him, and he told me that the first payment was going to be over $8,000.
You met her father? And do you believe that as well?
Well, of course I did. Why would I not believe him if that's what he told me to my face with so much sincerity? Though he was a lot younger than what I imagined. I guess he was in on it too. He probably isn't even related to Jennifer.
Seems like it was some multi-layered scam that they came up with. And you fell right for it. Don't tell me he asked for a front-end payment when you first mentioned working for him too.
Well, yeah. He told me I could buy stock in the company when I joined. He said I get the best deal if I pay up front when I start. That I could get it back whenever I wanted.
How stupid can you be? Why would you not think the job is all a lie when you heard that? I guess you really were head over heels for this Jennifer girl. You're pathetic.
Well, she sounded so genuine about everything. She had a way with her words. Anyone would have fallen for that.
Well, I had a talk with your friend, Tony, and he seemed to be very wary of her. He was worried about me, but also as your coworker. If you could be as sincere as he was.
I know. I should have believed Tony in the first place. I should apologize to him for not trusting what he had to say. Yeah, maybe then he'll help me out of this mess. Ugh, it's so annoying though. He's not picking up his phone at all no matter how many times I call him.
He hasn't blocked you, has he? I mean, you two were so close as co-workers from what I remember.
Damn it! I shouldn't have punched him.
Excuse me?
See, he was being really pushy about who I should or shouldn't date, and it got on my nerves that he was trying to control me. And we broke into a fight during a night of drinking. And then I punched him without thinking. Damn it! He said he'd take legal action and get me to pay for his hospital fees. Don't you feel bad for me? I keep getting pushed around and used like a toy. And what do I always get? Absolutely nothing.
I feel bad about my daughter, that's for sure. You're honestly one of the most pathetic men I've ever come across. I'm glad we ended up getting divorced so I didn't have to deal with any of this in person. Even thinking about the what-ifs of still being with you sends chills down my spine.
Look, I know a lot has happened between us, but I'm a better man than I ever was. I've reflected and regretted everything I've done to you. I promise I'll treat you better. So, what do you say we get back together for old time's sake? And for Sally's sake, too.
Why would I ever say yes to that? I mean, you literally were trying to cheat on me and pushed me out of your life. Go find a new girl that you fancy to get scammed from again.
Aren't you being a little too harsh? We were together for over a decade, Julia.
You told me that I was an old hag that looked worse and worse as the years go by. I don't think you have any right to call me harsh after all of that. I knew this was all going to happen from the moment you started being cold to me. And I knew that you were going to get scammed from the moment you mentioned this new girl. I mean, think about it. Which young girl would want you for anything other than your money?
Damn it!
And now that you've been sucked dry of everything you have, no wonder you got thrown out. You can call me an old hag all you want, but you're 35 too. If there was a single thing I still liked about you, I might have considered getting back with you. But look at you. Who would ever want to spend time with you?
Wait, even you're going way too far.
Perhaps. that I thought it'd be better if I let it all off my chest while I had the courage to do so. But it's just like you said. It's so much easier blabbering about what's on my mind with a little alcohol. Afterwards, Paul tried his hardest to locate where I lived. Luckily, I had moved completely out of the area and was living a calm life in a quiet town. I heard that he still occasionally wanders around town trying to find any clues of my whereabouts, but I'm certain he'll never get to me. His parents obviously found out about everything that had happened and therefore had a thing or two to say to him. In the end, Sally was taken off of him, and they're living as a family of 3, excluding Paul. As for Tony, his old coworker, he never bothered to contact Paul ever again. I'm sure that hurt, losing every single person in his life that could help him out. But with no friends or family, and no job to support himself, I do truly wonder what his plans are going forward. I also heard from Tony that the scammers that tried to get Paul got arrested themselves for money laundering, which serves them right. Though I suppose if it wasn't for them, I couldn't get rid of my problematic ex-husband. I'm definitely better off without him. So in a strange way, I'm thankful for their efforts. Thanks for watching until the end. Subscribe for more video stories.